My next guest, Emily Bazelon, has a new article for the New York Times Magazine titled "The Unraveling of the Justice Department. 60 Attorneys Describe a Year of Chaos and Suspicion." One lawyer for DOJ civil rights lawyers said, "I wouldn't even call it the Justice Department anymore. It's become Trump's personal law firm. I think Americans should be enraged. We all deserve better than this." Joining us now is New York Times Magazine staff writer Emily Bazelon. Emily, thank you for coming to The Last Word. How bad are things right now at Donald Trump's DOJ?
Well, interviewing lawyer after lawyer, and these are nonpartisan public servants. They are not political appointees. They are people who work in Republican and Democratic administrations. And they are really seeing a kind of politicization of the Justice Department and of criminal investigations and prosecutions that they say they have never seen before. So to them, this is a different kind of Justice Department. It's really kind of unraveling from the inside. And the norms and the standards that they are used to upholding that separate federal investigations and the power to charge people with crimes and put them in jail, that has been separated from the White House and the president. And now it's just not anymore. That is, there's a different relationship between the White House and the Justice Department, and it's very deliberate on President Trump's part. And his appointees, Attorney General Pam Bondi, are in many ways overtly carrying out his orders.
Emily, what was the most shocking story you heard?
I think one thing that really got to me listening to folks over and over again is that when the Justice Department redeployed lots of investigators, FBI agents, to focus on immigration and a surge against crime in Washington, D.C., for example, and then immigration enforcement in other cities, they took those investigators off of cases that one thinks of as really urgent and serious. So national security matters, counterterrorism, counterespionage, child exploitation. These are things that I think Americans take for granted, that they're going to be the power of the federal government protecting us from these kinds of crimes. And so instead to have agents, and now we're at between a quarter and a third of agents' time going to much more street level basic immigration enforcement, there's going to be a cost there because it's a zero-sum game. The agents only have so many hours to spend. In his second term, President Trump has made a series of shocking moves, many of which have been subsequently blocked or overturned by courts. Do you have a sense of the scorecard as far as how much they've actually been able to get away with?